Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
Ambassador Dr. Akbar Ahmed, welcome to Fort Wayne.
Thank you so much.
And welcome to the Indiana Center for Middle East Peace.
Thank you, Michael. The world needs nothing more than peace.
I have some questions for you. You're the Ibn Khaldun Chair of Islamic Studies at the School of International Service at American University. I know that you use both Ibn Khaldun and Max Weber in your analysis of the history of civilizations. In the 14th century, Ibn Khaldun discussed the rise and fall of civilizations, and 6 centuries later, Max Weber, sociologist Max Weber, talked about the modern state as sort of the apex of civilization. Talk a little bit about the influence of both of these historians slash economists slash sociologists on your thinking.
Well, that's a great question, because all my academic life I have been influenced by both of these great social scientists. They complement each other. I don't see them as two separate streams of philosophy or thought. I see them as complementing each other. Why? Because Ibn Khaldun is talking about tribes, and he's talking about the rise and fall of tribal dynasties and tribal civilizations. His data really comes from North Africa, but then he ranges far and wide. The focus remains the tribes of North Africa. Weber, on the other hand, on the surface is completely different. He represents middle-class Germany of the late 19th century. He talks about capitalism, the influence of religion on capitalism, his classic book, very widely known, The Protestant Work Ethic. So on the surface, you'd wonder what the similarities or how you could adjust the two to each other. But I really feel that they have so much to teach us if seen as a duo, as two great scholars providing us two slightly different ways of looking at society.
I'm very interested, of course, in Weber in terms of the not only the Protestant work ethic, but then how that's connected to what he calls the spirit of capitalism. Say a little bit about the connection between Ibn Khaldun's historical analysis and his analysis of the economic world at the time.
Well, the difference between the two in terms of their core philosophies is that Weber brilliantly showed us the connection between religion and the way we practice it and economic development. This was the groundbreaking theory that he wrote up in his famous book. And he took his data from Switzerland and Europe and the Calvinists, sure, and showed how that religion was encouraging its members to save money, not to consume so much, put it away, work hard, have a work ethic. All this became essential to economic development, the economic takeoff that we would see most dramatically in the United States.
Based on currying God's favor and also on an understanding of the afterlife.
And also translating it in the work ethic.
Yeah.
Now, Ibn Khaldun takes a more mechanistic look at tribalism, which is how tribal societies come down from the hills, fresh with what he calls asabiya, what keeps communities together, a sense of tribal cohesion. And they come down to cities, so from the mountains, from the deserts, very quickly overpower the cities and become the dominant factor. But over 2 to 3 generations, they slowly become what he calls effete. They become soft. And then a fresher tribe comes down and conquers them. So the cycle, according to Ibn Khaldun, lasts for about 3 to 4 generations before it turns. So you can see two very different cultural contexts, both providing us some very interesting things to look at.